So this is day one of the Hybrid Athlete 3.0 with Nick Bear. Man, I'm tired.
Hi everybody, my name is Matt and this is What Matters to Matt. And yeah, as promised, I want to go over Nick Bear's Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program. I've been doing the program for a little bit over a week now, and I thought it made sense just to share with you my first impressions of the program and tell you exactly how that first week went. Now, I am going to go into some detail, but if you do want more detail on the program, you can actually go online and download the Playbook app, and I'll be sure to put a link in the description down below. I am not affiliated with this whatsoever, but there's tons of creators beyond Nick Bear who are actually involved in this app. They share lots of information, lots of different programs, lots of nutrition advice, lots of health advice, mindful advice, all sorts of things. And you can actually get that for $1 and gain full access to the app. Now that's for 30 days, $1, 30 days. After that, if you want to continue on with a subscription, there is a monthly or a yearly fee associated with it. But I think there's certainly value in the program, but we're going to be talking specifically about Nick Bear's Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program. Okay, so let's jump right into talking about this program. Now, in Nick Bear's Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program, what you will find that most weeks, in fact, I think actually all weeks, you're going to be spending 4 days where you're going to have 2 workouts. That will be a run and some time spent doing some lifting in the gym. One of those days, actually, I think the workout, the weightlifting session is mostly bodyweight stuff, push-ups and pull-ups, but 4 days where you're going to be doing 2 workouts. Then on a 5th day, it's going to be dedicated just to a leg lifting session. On the 6th day, there's also going to be a long run on that day. And the 7th day is rest. Okay, so the first day of this program, you actually do have 2 workouts. One of them is an easy run and the other one is to do some chest work in the gym. Now, I actually structure most of my days with having to do the workout actually in the gym, the lifting workout in the morning, and my run in the afternoon or the evening. Now, that is for a couple of different reasons. Logistically, just where the gym is relative to where I work and the timing of my mornings, and also the fact that my daughter is training for a 10K event, and I like to tack on my runs with her wherever possible. So if I'm doing an easy run, we can run a little bit together and then I can drop her off at the house and continue on with my run. It's just a chance for us to spend quality time together. So whichever works for you. Now, I will say that if you were to do any sort of searches on it, they're probably going to get suggestions where you want to do your runs in the morning and your lifting in the afternoon or the evening. But for me, that doesn't really work. At the end of the day, it's whatever works best for you to get the work in. But day one, the chest session that we had in the morning, and again, as I mentioned, I'm not going to go over every part of this workout. I'm just going to talk about some of the highlights that I really found benefited me or really stuck out for me on the day. And day one, first thing I'll say right off the bat, is the core circuit that you do to start that workout. Now, I love how Nick Bear starts most of his workouts. And in fact, I started doing this after watching a couple of his YouTube videos. Link to his channel will be in the description down below. But where he suggested that a lot of your workouts in the gym should start with some sort of a core circuit, whether that's decline sit-ups, in this case, decline sit-ups, L-sits, and cable crunches, as a really good way to warm up the body. Why is that? Well, first of all, you want to do some sort of a warm-up before you're lifting heavy in the gym. But second of all, doing a core workout rather than just spending a little bit of time going easy on a treadmill or on an elliptical or something, it actually feels like you're getting some actual work done. And if you're doing that every day that you're lifting weight in the gym, you're really hitting the core a little bit each and every day. So I find that to be my highlight from day one, is actually that core workout that you do on day one. The other thing I'll say about day one, and this is also consistent with a number of the other days in the gym, is that Nick Bear really loves his volume. So be prepared to spend at least a little bit over an hour in the gym before you actually are able to get out of there for the day. Some of us, that's going to be fine. Me, for example, coming off a marathon prep, I'm used to spending a ton of time working on my fitness, but just keep that in mind because on top of this, you're also going to be doing a run. All right, guys, we are back. Great workout this morning, chest workout for day one. This afternoon, we're just trying to get in an easy 5 mile, 8 kilometers. I'm struggling breathing a little bit. That's actually, my heart rate's pretty good. Low 140s, which feels pretty solid, pretty cruisy. But my throat's a little bit sore, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Now, some of that can just be that I'm really tired. Some of that might actually be that I'm coming down with some sort of a cold. I did teach kindergarten all day this morning, and quite frankly, you use your voice a lot when you're teaching kindergarten. So hopefully this goes away. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. My goal there was just to keep the heart rate nice and controlled. So the pace was a little bit slower, but that's okay. Worked out good for the day. Let's move on to talking about day 2. Now, let's talk about day 2 of this program. In day 2, what you're supposed to do, and Nick Bear says, now a lot of people have different schedules and are very busy. Feel free to move things around wherever you need to. And if you do need to skip the occasional workout, that's fine. That's why I'm mentioning this, is that on that day, my second day of the program, I did not get my run in the morning. I actually chose to do my back session, the back workout in the morning. And then the run was supposed to be 25 minutes at an easy pace for a beginner, or 7 miles at an intermediate advance, also at an easy pace. I wasn't able to get that in. I had a couple of things come up. I did make it up later in the week that we'll talk about, but let's talk about the back strength training that we did first thing in the morning. Again, you start off with that core circuit. You're gonna do that all throughout all the workouts. And I'll also say that he doesn't really mess around in any one of his workouts. There's not a bunch of really silly, questionable things, movements that might be dangerous for you. He sticks to the basics. What works is something that I really, really like. But I do want to, it's a good opportunity for me to just mention the app here. And one of the things that you do in that second day is pendlay rows. Now, I have done them before, but wasn't super familiar with them. So one thing that I would suggest is that if you're going to be doing this program, probably the day before, at least, if there's something that you're not familiar with, get online and actually do a little bit of a quick check on how you actually do these things properly. Now, when you are in the app, there is, and you're not going to be able to see this probably, unless I do something like that, but in the app, there is an example of Nick Bear actually doing the pendlay rows. I realized I could just put this up on the screen, but him doing the pendlay rows and just a short description on how you actually do them. And it's like that for every one of the exercises, but it's not a very detailed description, and I don't like being a little bit surprised, and I like to be as efficient as possible in the gym. So the day before, I'm always checking for the next day just to see what workout I have going on for that day. And again, that workout took me a little bit over an hour and 12 minutes. It was a really, really good back workout, one of the best ones I've had in quite a while. Again, just solid movements, pull-ups, chin-ups, lat pull-downs, pendlay rows, all the stuff that you'd expect in a good back workout. Now let's move on to talking about Wednesday. Hi guys, if you're enjoying this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a lot of really, really good content coming out, and I want to share with you this journey in not just this Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program, but everything I'm doing to just be the best that I can be for the most important thing in my life, which is my family. And you'll hear me say that in so many of my videos, but hopefully you want to come along on that journey with me. So feel free, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, comment in the comment section down below for the algorithm. Let's move on to finishing talking about the first week of Hybrid Athlete 3.0. All right, everybody, so this is day 3 of the Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program, and I'm already realizing that I'm going to have to be very adaptable in this. Yesterday, I was supposed to do a back workout and a run of about 10K, maybe even a little bit more. I couldn't get my run in yesterday. Most of that had to do with just a couple of things came up. I did get my back workout in, so today we've actually got a double run day. This morning, gonna get that run I missed yesterday in. And this afternoon, hopefully, got a little bit of a fartlek if we can find time. Let's get after it. All right, so 10 kilometers. I did cut it a little bit over a kilometer short. I do have to get home, get showered, and get to teaching. Hopefully this afternoon I get to go on a little bit of a fartlek with Zoe. Good run though, solid run. Just 6:21 per kilometer, I think somewhere's around there. My heart rate was up though, even though it didn't feel like I was running that hard. Just a solid, easy pace run, but my heart rate was a little bit up. I am just wearing my Garmin watch, not a heart rate monitor on my chest, so maybe that has something to do with it. But still, solid run. All right, so hi everybody. This is day 3 of the Hybrid Athlete 3.0 program, and I'm taking it on a little bit of a loop today, throwing it for a little bit of a curveball, because this evening I'm actually going out with Zoe. We're gonna do, what is it? How much are we doing?
6.4.
6.4 kilometers. So a little bit of a double run day for me, but I love getting out with Zoe. It's on her plan. She's training to do her 10K. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get on this run. Ready to go?
Yeah.
And 7K.
Oh my gosh!
How'd that feel?
Amazing.
7 kilometers, the fastest, or the furthest. You know, the fastest, the furthest you've ever run. What's the furthest you ran before?
5.9.
All right, so a little bit darker than when we left, but we just did 7 kilometers.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
My new record.
furthest she's ever run. Had an awesome time. I think my heart rate was probably through the roof during the end of it. That was just pure excitement.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Zoe.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm proud of myself too.
I'm so proud of her. I can't share with you just how important or how big of a deal it is for me when she does these things. This is quality time that I have with her, and I'm just so proud of where she's at. And she did it easily. And that one was actually at a 10:04 minute per mile pace, just a little bit faster. My heart rate was a little bit up, but I think it was just because I was so excited and so proud of what Zoe's done.
It's day 4. It's lag day. I needed this today. I am wiped.
Friday, or my day 4, we actually move on to doing a lower body workout. We had no run on Friday, but we had a killer lower body workout. Again, you start with a core circuit to begin the workout, and then you move into a bunch of barbell squats. Now, I actually didn't have a barbell squat rack available to me, so I did I think it was the seated leg press. I'll put it up here on the screen, but that was what was available at the gym at the time, so that's what I used. The other thing that I wanted to highlight about that day is that when I got 2 Bulgarian split squats, and if I have the video for that, I was barely using any weight on this. By that time, by Friday, I was very, very tired. I might have even gone down to just 10-pound dumbbells in my hands, which is quite light for me. By the way, that's another thing I'll mention about the app, is that I think I'm going to go back to using the Strength app to at least, it's another app that I use to at least track my workouts on here, because this one, the Playbook app, one of the negatives I have, and I know I'm going to do a whole video on this, but there's not a lot of spot. There's no spot to actually record your actual lifts, your weights, and any of that, just to check off the boxes that you did them. Not a big fan of that, and I'm not going to bounce back and forth from app to app, so I'll have to figure something out there. But the Bulgarian split squats had my legs absolutely on fire, and it was a really, really good leg workout that I felt coming into the weekend. All right, hi everybody. We are now Saturday, which is actually day 5 for me on the program. So today, this morning, I had a little bit of a shoulders and arms workout, followed by the easy run that I'm on right now. As you can probably tell, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I haven't been feeling 100% this week, so my throat's been a little bit sore. Honestly, has me breathing a little bit harder than I'd hoped on an easy run, but I'm kind of basing it on my heart rate and just how it feels. So it feels easy, so that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, shoulders and arm workout this morning. Really, really solid workout. It's been a while since I've dedicated a whole workout to just shoulders and arms. Usually I'm more of a push-pull legs person, so I'll put the chest with the shoulders and the triceps. But it was nice to kind of get a lot of isolation movements in there, and also a lot of overhead press movements for the shoulders. So great workout. We're gonna get on this run. I've got 10K, around 6 miles to do at an easy pace tonight. My daughter has 5K to do on her program, so I'm getting 5K out of the way. Gonna go back, pick her up, and finish off the run with her. Then it's on to the long run after a good night's sleep. All right, let's go. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I was waiting for you for like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
This is around the door I was
Hi.
singing.
You want to close the door?
No.
How was it?
It was kind of hard.
Hard? You still feeling the 7K?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're home.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, so I'm actually chatting inside because it is super windy outside, and I don't have any wind slayer or anything on my GoPro right now. So we're gonna go for a long run. I honestly don't know how long it's gonna go. It's gonna get pretty dark pretty early, and it's pretty windy, but it is the last run of the week. It's supposed to be 10 miles, which I think is around 16 kilometers. Might push a little bit further. We're just gonna go, see how far we get, see how we feel. Long, easy run today. Let's go. So the last workout of the week for me was on the Sunday. Now again, I started on a Tuesday, so this would be, in a lot of folks' calendar, their Saturday, but it is the long run. And in this case, the first week, he's asking you for, if you're doing the intermediate advance, for the long run to be 10 miles. Now, if you're beginner, he's just asking for 45 minutes. And you can feel free to kind of adjust that as you need. By that time, my legs were a little bit shot, and I thought that I might even want to cut it a little bit shorter than the 10 miles. Turns out that I actually went 12.45 miles, so I went a little bit further than I was even supposed to on the plan, and I did that at a 10:22 minute per mile pace. Again, I know not very fast, but my goal here was to keep my heart rate down, and I was really struggling to do that, and I think a lot of that had to do with just the volume of everything that I was doing throughout the week. And that's the one last thing I want to say about this program so far, is that if you're somebody who's done a lot of lifting, or if you're somebody who's done a lot of running, keep in mind that you're going to be combining a lot of lifting with a lot of running. So all that lifting, don't be surprised if at least initially your strength goes down a little bit and you can't quite lift as much, or your running, at least initially, suffers just a little bit and you're not quite where you were if you're like me and you just came off a marathon prep. Now, the last thing I want to mention, and I was hesitant about saying this because it's really not the purpose of this, but I am tracking my weight. And over this past week, I have seen a reduction from day 1 when I stepped on the scale to day 7 of, I think, almost 5 pounds. But keep in mind, the vast majority of that is just going to be water weight as I really clean up my diet and go full hog into this program. But it's interesting information to have, and I'll be continuing to kind of monitor my weight and my body fat and all of that throughout this journey to share with you. Once again, if you like this video, please consider subscribing and giving it a thumbs up. My name is Matt, and this is What Matters to Matt, and ultimately, what matters to me most is my family. I'll see you in the next one.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake